Hello, welcome to my channel. This is my Borussia Mönchengladbach Sleeping Giant save. And this is the end of season review for 23-24. It's not as good as it could have been. We've just lost 1-0 in the Conference League final for the Europa. And yeah, a bit disappointing. So anyway, moving on. Let's not dwell on the past. Danilo, signed him, midfield player. Absolutely fantastic all season. 36 appearances, 2 goals, 11 assists. Yeah, we missed him when he wasn't there, and he's made a difference. Schneiderlip, I'm surprised he's not our signing of the season. He's been phenomenal, especially second half of the season once he'd learnt the lingo. Yeah, 9 goals, 8 assists, and a 7.11. He cost me 7 million, and he's currently looking at around 44 to 53, so well happy with that. Danilo, 15.5 we spent on him, and he's up to 36 to 48, so you know we're going in the right direction with that. Vigo, I like this guy. He's been solid at in the base of midfield for us. He's been absolutely brilliant. He's really shored us up. Cracking stats. He's a bit older than what I normally go for, but I needed that bit of experience in the league we're in. Loan signing, he's been good. He's done the business. He got in and he made the place his own. Whether we're going to be able to afford that sort of money for a fullback, I don't know. I could argue there's probably better out there for less money, so we'll have to have a look at that anyway. Oscar Gluck, bit part player really. Yeah, he's okay. He's got a future. You know, he's going to be good going forward, so we wait to see how he develops. Stefan Posch. Well, what can I say about this guy? He'd have played a lot more. He's a good player, and he would have played a lot more had he not got sent off. Had like a 3-match ban. He just jogged by somebody and punched him in the face as he walked by. I've never seen that on Football Manager before. Well, it was an elbow as he went by. Bump, and yeah, straight red card, cost us a game, and yeah, enough said. Tete, injured. We signed him. He looks good. He will be good. I'm convinced of that. Once we get him settled, he will be good. But he kept getting injured, so we didn't see the best of him. And Thilo Kehrer, I've bought his plane ticket for him back out of here because what a waste of space. What a waste of space. He cost us goals. He only made 3 starts, and he cost us 4 goals, I think, in those 3. It was just, he was just bad. I'm not going to say he cost us 3 goals because he probably didn't, but he waste of time. Moments to remember then. Qualify for the UEFA Champions League. That wasn't our initial expectation, okay? That was agreed on the strength of the first half of the season. And in the end, we've scraped through just. We finished 3rd, okay, so the board are happy with that. That was a good finish. We're only meant to qualify for UEFA again. You know, we're meant to finish in a 5th, 6th or 7th, but we've actually managed to finish 3rd. That's good. Burkhardt, absolutely fantastic. Can't say enough about that guy. Disappointing that we only finished 2nd. We had a cracking season in it. We really did. We made some money out of it. Polka, we did really well until Wolfsburg beat us, and Wolfsburg actually went on and won it. They beat Dortmund in the final 2-1 or 3-2, can't remember the exact score. So yeah, they're disappointed, but we did go out to the winners, so it's always nice to say, isn't it? Moments to remember them. We beat Alazanu 5-0 in the Europa League, in the DFB Polka, sorry, ahead of myself there. Match remember the Bundesliga and the Bundesliga. Beating Bayer 04-4-1. Goal of the season was for Nejos, 74th minute. Can't remember it. I'm quite surprised, but he didn't play a lot for us over the course of the season. Moving on to the finances. Club reputation hasn't really changed. I wasn't expecting it to be honest. No new sponsorship deals this year. No new sponsorship deals this year for most notable deal. So it's across the boards. Annual revenue. So sponsorship has gone up actually by 2 million. Well, just under, isn't it? 1.5. 1.4, because that's almost 334.7. 3.54 million for broadcast revenue, which is a big jump. That's almost £3 million more into the coffers. Corporate and hospitality, that's jumped by £500,000. Competition prize money, that should be quite a bit better. So you've got the Bundesliga and the European success on there. It's a pity we didn't win the final. I'm still about that, But next year, matchday commercial and retail revenue then 1.87 million last year, 2.13 this, which is good. Total merchandise sales 6.39, and that's mainly on shirt sales, which brought in almost £250,000. I'm quite chuffed with this, because with the exception of player number 14, every one of these guys is players I've signed. Okay, so biggest shirt sale is Burkhardt, and player then Scheidel, Danilo and Magno. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with the fact that players we've signed are there. Only one, I'm surprised at this. Alvidi played quite well most of the season, to be honest. 36 appearances, 3 assists, and he's the only one that hasn't got past the 7. A bit harsh, I think, to be honest. But anyway, this is pretty much how we lined up. Alvidi, Frederick, Van der Ven and Udogi across the back. Heidel was our goalkeeper after I sold Summer. Remember, we were going to keep him, but he was making mistakes. I was a bit worried this guy wasn't ready for it, but he's come up trumps. Kone and Danilo in the centre midfield. This isn't actually the formation we played for most of it. It is a formation that we started with. Scheidel, Uppendorf and Magno with Burkhardt up front. And they've got us down as playing 4-2-3-1 wide wing play. Only played wing play for like 3 games, maybe 4 games, when it was really, really difficult to get a result. Okay, but yeah, that's fine. And we did rotate the team a fair amount this season. However, our key players played a major role in how the season turned out. We had a lot of rotation, we really did. So the accolade then, your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch. Didn't go unnoticed, didn't win any awards, which I'm not sure I've seen any in the Bundesliga for the managers as yet, which is fine. I'm not doing it for that. Club awards then, we've got Fans Player of the Season Burkhardt, no doubt about that. Young Player of the Season Burkhardt, he actually did win that as well in Bundesliga. Signing of the season, Oscar Gluck. I'm really surprised at that, unless everybody else knows something that I don't. He's only been a bit part player. He hasn't really spent a lot of time on the pitch. Maybe next season we'll see why they think he's signing of this season. Neuhaus, goal of the season. Top goal scorer, Jonathan Burkhardt with 30 goals. That's not a bad return. You've got a 30-goal season striker. You're doing all right. Most assists, Magno with 15. He chipped in with some goals as well. Most player of the match awards, Thurman with 7. Not bad considering he wasn't really a main starter. Hence why he didn't appear in a 11 for the year. Highest average rating, Burkhardt with 7.3. Most passes good. Mickey van der Ven, centre half again with the most passes completed. Load of tosh. Should be forward passes only. Record breakers, most goals by a player in a match, 3, which was Thuram. Most assists by a player in a season, so he's broken that record. Fair play to him. Most clean sheets by a player in a season, the goalkeeper's got that. So he repaid the faith that we showed in him. And yeah, I'm quite chuffed with how well he did. I've said it a few times, I am. Worst discipline, Alvidi, 15 yellow cards, no red cards. So that's okay. History in the making. Once we got rolling early in the season and never looked back, it's a good job we did, or we were going to be staring at a totally different... Well, I wouldn't have been here doing this review if we hadn't started on fire, I'll tell you now. Ultimately successful season for Borussia Mönchengladbach. Started superbly and set them up perfectly what was to follow. So yeah, we had a cup final as well, so I'm quite happy with that. Not too bothered with me with this bit of it. Yeah, we're building for the future, and that's this next generation. All tired old cliches about having the world at its feet. Winning the next gen was a good way to... Yeah, I was quite chuffed. I was surprised, but chuffed. So yeah, so that's wrapped up our season review. Who's this guy then? Is goalkeeping coach. We're not going to worry about them today. Overall best 11 squad. We've already been through that with season review. Supporter profile update. We've gained 1.4 million followers on social media, which is good. No real changing anything else. So the fans next year pretty much the same as the board. They want us. Now we're there. They want us to qualify for Champions League year on year. That's fine. Analyst report. I'll have a look at that in detail after we finish this. This is our club vision and expectation meeting for next season. Develop players using the club's youth system, which we would do. Sign players to sell for a profit. Yeah, we will. Work within the wage budget. Increase commercial revenue. That's a difficult one because they want me to develop players using the club's youth system. They want me to sign players to sell for a profit. Yeah, they want me to increase commercial revenue. And the only way, one of the best ways of increasing your commercial revenue is by bringing players in to boost the merchant, the shirt sales and so on. The only players that are going to do that are the guys that, are already developed and sold for a profit. So we will see how it goes. Grow the club's reputation. Spend the original transfer budget. I like that one. And yeah, end of next season, be competitive in the UEFA Champions League and qualify for the UEFA Champions League. So, that's pretty much what I'd want to do. Squad dynamics, that's not changed. And then we go, I've got to accept that, haven't I? Sorry. And then we're going to go end of season team meeting and send them all away. I'm going to have to move the camera, guys, I am sorry. And next season then, been a long season, I hope you all have a good break. You're going to need to come back fully prepared because I'm aiming to win a title. That's a bit much. Season's finished, time to focus on what we can achieve forward. I think we could challenge for the title next year and you need to come back for pre-season with the same. Season's over in time, so all you have to well is about. I want every single one of you to be fully rested with a positive frame of mind when you get back because we're going to qualify for the UEFA Champions League next year. That's the kiddie I wanted. Why didn't I read that first? And that's exactly the sort of reaction we want. Champions League, yep, and brilliant, just what I wanted. Which will return for training. Thank you all very much. And on that note, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave us a like and subscribe. Let's get these videos out there for other people to see. It's a little hobby I'm doing when I'm not at work, so I'm quite enjoying it. It adds to the game. It really has added to the game. So again, thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. So what a funny game this is, eh? We've had a torrid time in pre-season transfer window. Although we've been playing really well in the league, we've come away with 2 draws here somehow. Games we totally dominated. Yeah, I just don't know what to tell you. We're playing so well, and yet I don't know. We started. I don't know what to say. We started so well that I can't believe that we haven't got 4 league wins under the belt. Instead of that, we're sat in 11th place, 1 win, 2 draws, 1 defeat. Goal difference of 3 in favour of us, which is better than, well, it's just beyond belief. So anyway, bigger issues. I've got my best players aren't happy. Thuram, again, tried to get some money for him. Nobody wants to know, so he's unhappy about that. Mickey van der Ven, my wonder lad. Real Madrid came in with coppers as an offer for him, and he wanted to go, and he's thrown the toys out the pram. I've agreed a fee with him which nobody has matched, but it's totally destroyed him. I've had to move him out of centre midfield. I can't trust him in the central midfield, but I have to keep playing him, so he's playing at left back at the moment. I'm not worried about this guy. He wanted to go out on loan, but it didn't happen. Now he actually pulled out, I think. But so we've had no money. I brought 1 player. I'll go through the ones we brought. This guy wanted me to, another of my wonder lads, wanted me to strengthen right back, which I did. The player I signed was better than any other right back at the team, and he's still not happy. I made a bit of a complete C-up here, and somehow I missed Danilo out of the registration for the UEFA Champions League. Not happy. Stefan Posch, he wants to play in a different position. He wants to leave. He's the one that we had the disciplinary problem with. Yeah, so it's not been great. So, transfers. We've had a few out, not many in. Okay, so I know this looks like we spent loads, but we really haven't. We spent a lot on this guy. Okay, then I needed a spare goalie, and then I've had to sign a right back, which I thought was a good signing. He's better than anything we had at the club, but didn't tick the boxes. Itakura's gone. Sanchez is on loan. Sternberg's out. Frullo. Nobody wants to buy players. Player got 6 million for him. 2.8. He was out on loan all last season, so that came through this year. At the end of the season, it was made. What's the word? It went through. The agreement was if he played so many games and they qualified for something or other, they would make the signing full time, which they did. So that's that. So we had 18 million in transfers back, 34.5 million out. These were signed before Tales renewed his contract and insisted on a new right back. And then, that was the best I could afford. The one I really wanted didn't want to come to us. And that's been a story again. I bid on a player and then income Real Madrid, income Barcelona, income Chelsea, income Man City, and I just can't compete with it. So I'm obviously setting my sights too high for that. On a positive, it's our first Champions League game today. We've got quite a tough group, I think, of games. Rosenborg, Milan, Atletico Madrid, Benfica, Servette, Rennes, and Arsenal. So Sevilla, I think it was Sevilla. No, it was Valencia. We absolutely wiped the floor with them, and I thought, hey, up, we're there. Honestly, it was unbelievable, and nothing else come of it. So we've had a couple of good wins at the start of the season. One in the cup, that was always on the cards. So we've had one good league win, 2 draws where we should really have totally wiped the floor with them, and then this was just a defeat now, and I don't know why we lost it. We were half-time 0-0. I praised them for how well they were playing, asked them to keep it going, and 2-0 down within a couple of minutes. So not great, unfortunately, and add to that Danilo is not in my cup game, Champions League team. It's a bit of a worry. So anyway, we've got to get through this and look at the positives. So this is our very first Champions League game of the save. This is why we're here. Danilo's unregistered. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I really can't. And of course, add to that our injuries and stuff. And so anyway, this is how the team's been lining up all season. And I mean, it's a good that I'm actually going to make one change here. I'm having to rotate the goalies again. These goalies are absolutely superb. If we compare them, they're pretty much a match. Heidel's a little bit better on distribution. Lafont is a little bit better on the physical and the mental, but apart from that, they're both first team players, so they're both in the team. Well, I'm rotating them as I did last season. No, that's a different save. Sorry, I get confused. So Heidel's in goal today with Dest, new signing, Frederick, Pavlovic. What a player, guys. I couldn't believe I got him. I wanted him as soon as I seen him, and I really put all my eggs into this basket because I said all last season I needed to strengthen my defence. The plan was that he'd be playing alongside Van der Ven in the middle. Van der Ven's not happy, so Van der Ven's gone out to the left. He's playing okay, actually. I've got to be honest. He's getting on with the game. I just don't trust him in the middle at the minute because he's a bit wayward with some of his heading and a bit wayward with some of his passing. So I'm just sticking him out on the left just so I've got more chances of recovering from it. Vigo, without saying, goes old in midfield. Kone and Nador has got to be the attacking midfield options today, with Danilo missing out. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe I did it. Magno and Thuram out wide, and in fact that's a change I'm going to make, so I'm glad I go through this Where is? Oh no, he's playing up front. Scheiderlup's playing up front because Burkhardt's not fit. Okay, I'm not going to play him. He's not fit, and I need him. I haven't got a lot of choices up front. So Scheiderlup's dropping into the attacking role, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Only 9 from possible 12. Okay, so that's good because that means I can get. No, it's not good. I haven't got the players. I really haven't got the players. So yeah, I've got one extra sub, so that's okay. And that's it then, guys. So we're our first Champions League game in the European Cup. This is what the save's about. This is the one that we want to win. And we really do need to be beating these. I mean, we've got to get into the qualification spots in the league. It's one big league now, isn't it? So we need a good result. And this is a promising start. Straight into a highlight for us. Scheiderlup on the free kick. He's gone for goal, just tickle the top of the net, straight over the top. So Van der Ven, Kone, Dest is a new signing. He's really good and then he's really bad. There's no sort of midway spot with him at the moment. He gets stuck in, but it's always 50-50 on whether he comes out with the ball. But Van der Ven's driving into the box, and there you go. There's our first Champions League goal of the save, and that's a cracker, and it's in the door. Wonder kid from last season, if you remember, I brought him on when we were losing and he just turned the game around. So yeah, Nador, Van der Ven, I'm glad he's kept his head. He still wants away. I can't believe Real Madrid come in and offered like 4 million for him, and I'm like, yeah, you're having a giraffe, you know. And Van der Ven, so I didn't even bother trying to negotiate because I don't want to sell him anyway. So I just rejected it, thinking, you know, and it went all downhill from there, really did. So anyway, we're 1 up. That's a good start. Again, Rosenberg, and then there we go. My star centre half with a bad header there. So I've really beefed up the defence with Pavlovic. He's played really well in the opening games through the season. So I was surprised to see a poor header like that from him. Nador again, just over. Could have done with that going in. We could do with a bit of breathing space here. But we should beat these in all fairness. And Nador's picked it up again. He's got pushed off the ball. Frederick out to Dest. He's getting out wide. This is good play. Good play. Come on. Frederick back to Dest. We've been passing the ball around. And there you go. See, he just got run off the ball. And Vigo picks it up. Plays it out wide for Thuram to run onto into the box. Thuram does his man. Plays it back to Van der Ven, who plays it to Nador. He didn't get the shot away, did he? And Dest again picks it up. Come on, guys. And Magno again. Then when Magno came in and said, "You want a right back," I couldn't believe it. And I thought, well, I'm not going to fall out. And I even tried to take it out of the contract talks, and he just came back with it with a red. Well, no, I think it went amber first. So I thought, I'm not going to win this, so I'll put, it's a fullback. I can sign a fullback, and I have. I've signed a better fullback than anybody at the club, and he just wasn't happy with it. And I don't know whether it's because everybody's up in arms with Van der Ven, but we seem very lackadaisical on the ball again since all of this has happened. And yeah, it's really disappointing. It really is. Yeah, we were looking so good, and it's just one stupid offer from Real Madrid. I'm tempted to go make offers on all their players in the next window because they'll all want to come and play for Borussia, won't they? And Van der Ven just threw that away. Look. And this is why I've stuck him out wide, because he's not. I can't hand it to Scheiderlup through. He's going to score there. Oh yes, 2-0. Yeah, Van der Ven, I just can't risk him in the middle. At least if he makes a mistake at full-back, I've got a chance of recovering from it. But if he makes a mistake at centre-half, like that throw-in just straight to one of their players, it's going to bury us. We're not going to get back from it, are we? So, 2-0. 30 minutes gone. Stats are telling me that we're playing well. XG's telling me that we're playing very well compared to our opposition. So's the possession and pass completion. So we are playing well. It's just obviously on the highlights it doesn't look like we are, with a few silly mistakes. But overall I'm happy with that. So we're going to do some... and I am. The number of shots has been amazing. You know, this is Champions League football. You don't see many games like this unless it's Man City against us. But anyway, I'm hoping if we can get one or two more, I can start relaxing players and rest them a little bit. Magno, nice little bit of play there. He's run round. Oh, and there, high and all. I think I had high and all in a previous save. Very good keeper in that one. And that's picked up by Pavlovic. Nador plays it out wide for Magno. And you can see now we seem to be settling and we're passing well again. Good ball to the back of Thuram wide. Always something, isn't there? So Stefan Posch, I've actually forgiven him. I'm not letting him go. He's been playing quite well for me. Though I don't want to lose him now, even though he did that silly elbow in the last season. But it happens. Someone behind Shuttle-Up's going to run in on that. He's going to get there. Oh, keeper just got there. But yeah, we look quite solid. We're playing well, passing it around well. We're probably not as strong as I wanted. I'm a little bit worried about our league start. Got to be honest, because we've been really good and just not taking our chances. We've been, we've played like this against every team, and the highlights have been all ours, but then they just pop up. I mean, one stage we were on like 1.6 on the XG, give or take a bit, and I know for a fact the other team 0.01, and they were 1-0 up, and I'm like, how can this be? And then before you know it, they're sort of up to like 0.6. I'm at 2-0 up. I'm on like 2.3, thinking, well, hang on, what's going on? So I'm hoping that is just a little glitch and it'll click as we play the games and settle in together. And the players start to believe in themselves. So it's a very tricky season, this one. We've got to do well. We've got to do well in the Cup. Got to do well in the Champions League. We definitely have to re-qualify. And just wide. I thought that was going in. We've definitely got to qualify for the Champions League again. So we do need to be in that top 4 or win it. Of course, there's always the option of finishing bottom of the league, but winning a cup. And that's not an option, is it? So Kone back in, back post. I've got 5 minutes before I need to start thinking about changes. Posh out to Nador, and Nador. Oh, that was wasteful. Very lazy. Posh just runs him off the ball. That's nice. And back to Frederick. Frederick's come quite well. I was expecting to let him go in the transfer window, but I'll be honest, the lack of cash and everything, and that's a cracking finish by Thuram, 3-0, and that's the pressure off. I can have a little bit of a breather myself now, and maybe look at getting some changes on, get some of my youth in and rest some of my main players for the league match. I think we've got Dortmund next in the league. That'd be interesting to see whether we've moved on from last season or whether we've stepped back, because we played very well against them last season. So I want to get Scheidel off. Give Oscar Gluck a run up front. I want to get this guy off. I'm going to try Torre there. Torre, look at this guy. 6'8", 18 jumping, 15 heading. That's all he has to do. And he should be smashing in some corners for us as well, all being well. And I think 1, 2, 3 is that? Yeah. I think we're going to stick with that for now, or do I want to... I might give Magno a rest. Yeah, that's how we do it. So that's first round of substitutions made. We've got one more to make if anybody starts to fall off the bike, like Posh. In fact, even though Posh wants away, he's playing quite well. I've got no worries about him at all. Van der Ven, I'm gutted. He's been one of my star players throughout the save. I signed him right at the start of the save, and Oscar's but that's why we're playing these kids. It's to give him the experience. He's got into the position. So Schönador with a cross to the back post. Oh, Oh, that was my 6'8" centre half with a bicycle kick instead of heading it in. Well. Couldn't make it up, could you? And that's a good start to our European campaign. 3-0. I'm happy with that. Sorry, somebody's at the door. So that's the end of this episode anyway, guys. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.